Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, my name is Jiyon, and today I thought I'd do something different and sit down and do a Q&A with you guys. I'm pretty new here on YouTube, so I thought I'd answer some general questions so you guys can get to know me better. I put a poll on my Instagram and you guys asked some really good questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer those. If you don't follow me on my Instagram, I'll have my Instagram linked right here. By the way, if you hear some like heavy breathing throughout the video, Poby's over here napping next to me. So that's what you're hearing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with like the most basic questions and then go ahead and do like the fun ones later on. But the first question is, are you in college? What did you study in college? Or if not, what are your future plans and how old are you? If you guys didn't see my first ever YouTube video of me moving out of college, go ahead and watch that one. But I am 23 years old. I just graduated from Virginia Tech with a major in clinical neuroscience and minor in music performance in December of 2020. I still can't believe I've been graduated for like 9 months now. That's crazy. But throughout college, I was pre-dental and I just applied to dental school, so I'm in my gap year right now. So I plan on posting a lot of like school content, like my application process to dental school and taking the DAT, any tips and tricks for that. And I want to vlog throughout dental school as well. If you guys are also interested in like a pre-med track, I have a bunch of friends who just applied to med school, so maybe I can ask like one of them to hop in one of the videos and answer some questions. Alright, so next like basic one is like, what is my favorite color? And to be honest, my favorite color changes like every month, so I can't say like one favorite color. But right now I think my favorite colors are like the pastel colors. I really love like the pastel yellow, pastel blue, pastel green, and purple. So those are my favorite at the moment, but they always change throughout the year, so I can't really pick a specific one. The next question is, do you have any siblings? And yes, I have a younger brother and he's a freshman in college right now. That's so weird for me to say, like, can't believe my younger brother is in college. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite food? And I have two favorite foods, my all-time favorite. There's sushi and pasta. I can literally eat those two things like any time of the day. I can eat it for breakfast if I wanted to. But pasta, I love any kind of pasta, like the Alfredo, the carbonara, like any of those, like ravioli. Oh my gosh, I could die for pasta. Okay, so the next question is, what can you not go without? And mine has to be coffee. I literally cannot go a single day without coffee. I feel like it's become like a part of my morning routine. So if I don't drink it, my whole day feels like off. And I feel like I have caffeine addiction. Like half the times I drink coffee for the taste, and the other half of the time I drink it for the caffeine to wake me up. So yes, I literally cannot go without coffee. Okay, so the next person asked, morning bird or night owl? And honestly, okay, throughout high school and college, I was 100% a night owl. I'll literally stay up all night or like get like 2 hours of sleep and be fine throughout the whole day. I don't know how I did that. And yes, it had a lot to do with like procrastination. I always procrastinated things and always started my homework at like midnight. So that was one of the issues. But I feel like after I graduated college, I've like transitioned into like a morning bird. So now I try to wake up earlier, and I feel like I'm wasting the day away if I wake up a little bit later and then stay up all night. Maybe that's part of like becoming older, I don't know. But yeah, so I feel like I get more stuff done during the morning now rather than night. So right now, at this moment in time, I consider myself a morning bird. Brief intermission. Say hi. Okay, so the next question is, do you have any Netflix show recommendations, and what is your favorite show? So, oh my gosh, guys. I just finished the Squid Game. I literally binged it in like 2 days. So first day I stayed up watching like 6 episodes, and yesterday I finally watched like the last 3 episodes. But it was so good, guys. You have to watch it if you haven't seen it. It's a Korean drama, so if you guys haven't seen any Korean dramas, maybe this one's like a good one to start with because you'll end up falling in love with them. But Squid Game is definitely full of suspense. I wouldn't consider it horror, but it's definitely suspenseful and it keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole entire time. And it's low-key scary, so if you don't do well with like scary stuff, maybe don't watch it at night, because I was watching it at like 3 a.m. and it literally scared the crap out of me. But also at the same time, the show is kind of messed up, so I'm like, who came up with this idea? It's like a creepy, scary show, but it's definitely worth watching, and I understand why it's #1 on Netflix right now. And other show recommendations, I also just finished Clickbait before Squid Game, and Clickbait, oh my goodness, Clickbait was so good as well. If you guys like Criminal Minds, like mystery kind of stuff, you will love Clickbait. It's about like a missing man. I don't want to give anything away, but like, yeah, it's about a missing man and a video that went viral and how all of that ties together, and they try to find the man throughout the whole season. But yeah. And before that, I finished Nevertheless and It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Those two are also Korean dramas, so go ahead and watch those Korean dramas and let me know what you think. I'm also really looking forward to watching You. It's coming out on like October 15th, I think, the 3rd season, or yeah, 3rd season. But if you guys have any recommendations for Netflix shows or movies, let me know down in the comments. I'm always down to binge shows. Okay, so the next question, I know who it's from. So he asked, who is your favorite family friend in the whole wide world? And yeah, you know who you are. All right, so the next question is, where is the last place you've traveled? And the last place I've traveled and the first place I've traveled since COVID actually is to New York. If you guys didn't see my New York video, I'll have it linked. But it was such a fun trip. I went with my cousin and we stayed for about a week. We planned literally everything by the hour in our Google Docs, and we had a bunch of good food. We went to visit a bunch of places and I went to go see my friend. Yeah, we were basically a tourist for a whole week, but it was super fun. So every time I went to New York, I had friends there, so I could like rely on them to, you know, figure out the subway for me because they lived there. But this time, since I was there by myself or like with my cousin and no one was there to help us with like the subway, I feel like it forced me to really do it on my own. And I finally figured out the subway system. I finally figured out like the uptown, downtown, and how to work the Google Maps with like the subway. I don't know, but like I finally figured it out and I was so proud of myself for it. Okay, so the next question is, what country do you want to travel to, a place you've never been to before? And for me, since I love pasta so much, I feel like I want to go to Italy to have their like authentic, like even just like the simplest thing, like spaghetti and meatballs, or like Alfredo Alfredo fettuccine, or I don't know, ravioli, just their like authentic dish that I want to try. I feel like the main reason why I want to go to a place is for their food. So yeah, I think Italy is my #1 right now. Okay, so the next set of questions I have are more focused on my music channel. And if you guys didn't know, I have another YouTube channel that's more focused on my musical journey, and I actually made this YouTube channel so I can post more vlog-like stuff, like behind the scenes kind of things. But yeah, over there I do music stuff like guitar tutorials, violin covers, that kind of stuff. They asked, how long have you been playing the guitar and what other instruments do you play? Okay, so to start in the beginning, I started playing the piano when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I started violin when I was 7 years old. And then I started playing flute in middle school and high school band. I don't really play flute anymore. But after that, my parents bought me a guitar for Christmas, and I've had it for the longest time. And during quarantine, I was like, okay, I think it's finally time that I start learning the guitar. So that's when I started learning, and I made my YouTube channel just to track my like musical progress. And it kind of blew up. I didn't expect it to, but it happened. And yeah, so a lot of people think I've been playing for a longer period of time, but I've only been playing for like a year maybe on guitar, and I just like teach myself. Okay, so the next question is, when are you going to be posting another guitar tutorial? I feel really bad because I haven't posted for like 6 or 7 months on that channel, but I genuinely haven't had the time to. I feel like on this channel, I just like film whatever happens in my life and then just post. But for my music channel, I have to like learn the guitar pieces and write everything down, plan out my lesson stuff, and then film the video and then finally edit. So it just takes a lot more time, I feel like, to film my music videos. So I just really haven't had the time. But yes, they are coming soon. I think I'm planning to film one like this week actually. So hopefully it'll be up next week or the end of this week. But thank you guys for being so patient and so supportive on my music channel. I feel like even though I haven't posted in like 6 or 7 months, I still have people messaging me and they're like, hey, take as long as you need, but we miss you over here. So I feel really bad, but thank you guys so much. But yeah, I plan on getting back to it very, very soon. Okay, so the next person said, I'm aspiring to do music, but everyone is against me, including my parents. What do I do? The education system in my country is very strict. I'm stressed and depressed over many things, but music is my only way to clear my mind. First of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry you're going through this situation. I feel like it's so hard to balance like your parents' expectations of you and what you expect out of your own career and what brings you happiness. But I feel like at the end of the day, your parents are gonna see how much happiness music brings you and that music can actually be a career in itself. And I'm sure they're gonna come around to it. It might not be soon. It might take them a little bit of time to wrap their head around the idea of it because they have this set expectation of you. But my one advice to you is don't quit and don't give up on something that brings you happiness. I feel like in this world right now, it's so hard to find something that brings you, you know, happiness and joy. It's rare, it's really rare. So once you find that one thing, don't let it go and keep working towards it, and I'm sure your parents will understand. Okay, so I wanted to end on like a funny story, and this question asks, can you whistle? And yes, I can whistle. But also I can whistle through my tongue. So a funny story related to that is, I remember I was with my college friends once and we were all hanging out at one of my friend's apartments. And I happened to just like whistle through my tongue, just like out of habit. I feel like I just do it all the time when I'm by myself. So I let out like a couple of like notes. I was like, and I think a lot of my friends got like freaked out because like they saw no one whistling, because like when you whistle through your tongue, it doesn't really look like you're whistling, right? So someone was like, oh my gosh, who was that? And I was over here like, oh my gosh, who was that? And no one knew for the longest time, or I didn't reveal myself for the longest time who whistled. And they were all freaked out. They thought someone was in the room and everything. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. At the end of the day, I like told them it was me and they were like, oh my gosh, like let me show it to me again. So it became this like whole thing. But yeah, I thought it was super funny and we like still talk about it to this day. I feel like he's tired. Are you tired? But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed and got to know a little bit more about me. If you guys have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments down below, and maybe I'll make a part 2 or just answer them down in the comments. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye!